What up? So, burnout. You ever heard of it? What is it? Well, basically, by definition, burnout is when you have either overexerted yourself in something and you got nothing left to give, or you just become so repetitious about doing something, you know, uh, so overly familiar with something that you just get tired of it. You just don't want to do it anymore. You lose interest. You're fucking bored. You're burnt the fuck out.
Right.
You got nothing left, no interest left in it. It doesn't bring you the same excitement as it once did.
Yeah.
This can happen for a lot of different things.
I was gonna say,
day to day.
happens all across the board, really.
You know, it can happen with sex. It can happen with relationships. It can happen with conversation. Your job happens a lot.
Right.
It can happen with any routine type of thing you're doing that you've become way too familiar with.
I'll even admit, it's been happening now with these videos from time to time. It really has. But that's what we're addressing right now in this video about how to avoid it.
Yeah, so the way to avoid, one of the ways I want to talk about is how to avoid burnout. You can avoid being burnt out on something or a person or anything in life by basically, you can, one, change your perspective on it. Don't see it as something that's a task. See it as something that you enjoy. You know, and if you don't enjoy it, then maybe you need to reconsider some things.
Or find a way to enjoy it.
That's why I said first. If you can't find a way to enjoy it,
Right.
reconsider. But try to find a way to really get yourself more engaged.
Right.
You can do that by avoiding monotony.
True.
A lot of reasons why people get burnt out on things because they keep doing the same thing the same way. You need to fucking find a way to do it a different way so
Right.
you don't get burnt out.
Change it up.
Change it up.
Change it up.
Another way to help avoid it, stay the fuck away from around people who burn you out. Sometimes you're burnt out on a thing you enjoy because you didn't spend most of the day on the bullshit that you don't really enjoy doing. Or the people that you think you like really are just the ones that zapping you your fucking energy. By the time you put your energy towards the things that you want to do in life, you got nothing left.
Right.
So that's also why people get burnt out. You didn't spend too much time on something that you didn't enjoy.
Right.
And now that zapped all the energy and the motivation and inspiration to do the thing you want to do.
Right. Because honestly, that's a good point because it kind of reminds you of that thing where they say find something that you enjoy, and you'll never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It won't feel like a job if you really can find a way to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I say that again.
But I have to reiterate that other part. Watch who you're around before you go do what you like to do, because sometimes it could be whoever you're around that zaps your energy to even want to. It's true. We spoke about this before. There's energy vampires, and you may be around someone that's zapping your energy and that you have that leaves you feeling no energy physically or mentally. They may be draining you of any type of creativity or any inspiration. That's what I'm saying. So yes, avoid that. I want to reiterate this because a lot of times it could be the people that you are around that could be zapping your inspiration or energy to want to do anything new at all.
Right. Also, I want to throw this in there, even though you kind of touched on it already, but I want to be a little more specific. Outside of the people that you're spending energy on that don't need to be spending on, mind the task that you're spending energy on that you really don't need to be doing. A lot of times we end up doing things that we realize we're just wasting time. It wasn't really moving anything. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really putting anything into motion. If anything, you're just spinning your tires, you know what I'm saying, for no reason. You're not really getting anywhere. There could be those little things that you do every day to day that really that are wasting your time and energy. You know what I'm saying? That are zapping you.
Right.
That all depends on your life, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you can find something. It's usually the small things too. It's not the big things. It's the small things that you think that you do on a regular basis and realize I'm wasting time and energy on this. It's really not moving anything. You know. At one point when we used to do videos before this, spent a lot of time on meticulous editing things that weren't unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for AI, because that takes care of a lot of stuff these days.
Right.
But those are the kind of things I feel like can zap your energy, you know, because I noticed that when even with music, we used to be way more consistent. When we were consistent with music, there were times where I found myself not consistent, and I found I could understand why. It's like, I enjoy the music, what's going on? Oh, it's this editing process that I hate. It's this editing process, these little things that I hate doing.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Those weren't the fun things. So
Keep it fun.
Yeah, you know, so keep that in mind as well.
Which brings me to the other way to avoid burnout is avoid overconsumption of anything, food, sleep,
100%.
people, and then it brings me to
We're
The
good, bro.
idea, we're good, bro. I'm cool, homie.
We're good.
We're busy right now, bro.
Doing something right now, bro.
So it brings me to the idea of conservation, conserving your energy. Watch how you utilize your energy. Don't put it all in one place. Don't use all your energy in a fucking place that isn't really all that necessary to put it in.
Right.
You know, or people or things, anything. Just let's keep it. Let's think about the big picture. Let's not get too fixated on people, places, or things. The idea is to conserve your energy in general, however that may mean for you. Don't spend all your time talking to one person on the phone and then go do what you want to do. Go do something else.
Right.
Say what you need to say, move on. Don't let that person fucking waste your time talking about nothing. Don't spend too much time watching TV when you get home. Watch a little bit, then get the fuck off of it and go do something else.
Yeah.
Read a book or something, and then get off there and go do something else. You know what I mean? Utilize your energy the best way possible in any fucking moment. Whatever it is you're doing, utilize that time. Don't let it go to waste, because time is too expensive.
So a lot of what we're talking about here is energy conservation. Find ways that you conserve your energy.
Right.
You know,
So that's one way. Those are ways to avoid
burnout.
Now, what does burnout look like? I explained that earlier, but I'll reiterate. It means lack of interest on the things you enjoy. Procrastination, that's a really good one. Procrastination, avoidance, i.e. procrastination, lack of passion.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, doing a video with with lack of passion, but like, for instance, you know what I'm saying, with less enthusiasm than you used to do it with before. You know what I'm saying? That's excitement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially and it's sad to see when you see that the topic itself should be a very exciting topic, but the way I'm talking about it is just no life. You know, that's something that's a good sign right there. That this is a topic that should have a lot of excitement to it, but yet I'm not talking about it with excitement.
Yeah.
That'll show right there. You know, that's a sign of it right there.
Yeah. I think it also looks like uncertainty. Can't make your mind up on one thing. You keep teeter-tottering on it.
Yeah.
You know? It could look like, you could get frustrated quickly with whatever it is you're doing. It may mean
Less
that you need
patience.
to stop. Yeah, less patience with it. It may just mean that you need to stop and regroup.
It's true.
Recenter yourself. Find out and figure out or remember why you're doing it in the first place.
Yeah. Also, less creativity with it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that before, where I might have been burnt out or something, and I was just kind of going through the motions, no longer really offering or adding any creativity to what I was doing. You know?
Yeah. See, I'm a firm believer you should add creativity to everything you do in life.
Yeah.
We're creators.
Right.
We're born creators. We're created by a creator.
Yeah.
So we're here to create. That's why we make babies.
Right.
That's why we do. That's called procreation, creating of oneself. So by nature, either way you slice it up, we are creators, even if you don't consider yourself an artist. You're a creator. You create life through your thoughts, your feelings.
Even on a day-to-day, you're creating your day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything that you do and everything you're thinking, you're creating your day. You're creating your world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So do it with enthusiasm, do it with creativity. And like I said, mind the signs of burnout. You know?
Yeah.
Because even that, if you're not minding it as you're going, you'll eventually get to an end point and realize, damn, this wasn't the original goal. This wasn't the original aim. This wasn't the destination. But I spent so much time day to day going after that goal, but I realized I'm off now. I didn't even go where I was trying to go because I was doing it I was just going through the motions after a while, you know? I lost my passion. I lost the end goal in mind. I always keep the end goal in mind when you go about that too. That's another way to avoid the burnout is for sure. Is always, at every single moment, keep the end goal in mind. Keep the prize in your head. You know what I'm saying? That's because if anything, that'll work as a motivator. That'll work as a motivator for sure.
So on a positive note, we've mentioned all the things, more of the negative aspects of it, but also the helpful side, like how to avoid it and what it looks like. But only real positive one, the main fucking part that I see about that, or benefit that you can get from burnout, is that burnout, the feeling of burnout, can serve as a wake-up call. Right. It can serve as a yield sign.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To stop and recalibrate.
Right. Take
You know
a break.
what I mean? Take a break. See what's what still. Because a lot of times what I'm still learning, I should say, is that in life, you think you've got this plan, you've got this fucking goal in mind, you got this program you're running, you're focused on it. But just because you've told yourself this is the way it's supposed to go, don't mean necessarily the way it's gonna go.
Right.
So even though it's going this particular way, it may be a little detour, or it may be a left turn you gotta take, a right turn you gotta turn you gotta take. The idea is to go with whatever turn it's going, because remember, your main focus is to follow suit, is to stay in that flow. So if it says go left or right, whatever path you're taking, whatever goal that you had in mind, be open to the changes that come with it. It doesn't mean you've gotten off path, because remember, you're still focused on the main goal, but the path that's paved there may look different than what you imagined.
And 9 times out of 10, it will.
Hell yeah.
It's never a linear way.
Yeah.
It's never linear.
I'm learning this all the time. I'm
Yeah.
sticking to the path, but I've had to go. I've had to switch gears, switch speeds. Had to switch, pathways to get there. You know what I mean?
I had to start things and I've had to quit things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've had to, reconsider lots of times. Like you said, recalibrate. That's what comes with it. It's no different from it's a lot like when you're driving down the street, when you're driving to a destination with your GPS. And GPS sometimes might have to recalibrate. It's not go still the same place.
Right.
But it might say, hey, instead take this route because this is a shorter route,
Right.
or this is a smoother route. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The universe does that for you, same way.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to listen.
Yeah.
You have to listen. You can't be so stubborn and so stuck on that
be
one.
open. You have to be open.
Don't be so stuck on that one way that you're gonna get there. There's an infinite amount of ways to get to one place.
Yeah.
To get to any place.
So be grateful for the burnout. The burnout is your spirit,
True
or
that.
or the universe, whatever you want to call it, your instincts telling you, your intuition that hey, maybe there's a better route or a better way to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe we're doing the same thing. It's already played out. You just ain't caught up to it yet.
Yeah.
The spirit knows, hey man, this shit is played out. There's a way better way to do this, smarter way to do it.
Right.
But you so focused, because I do this. I get so focused and so zeroed in on what I'm doing. I didn't take the time to think, oh shit, maybe I could utilize less energy by doing this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe there's a better way to do this.
Also, something I want
faster.
to throw out there, because it's happened to me in my own life, and a lot of people are not aware of it, I think, is that during that time that you're going after that goal, you could grow so much that goal is no longer fitting for you.
Right.
In the middle of going after that goal.
Yep.
Once again, you have to be aware enough to go, hey,
Glad you said
maybe
that.
I'm not that person anymore. Maybe that
Right.
goal is not for me anymore.
In the midst of going
it can
towards what
it can
you want.
happen. It can happen in the midst of going towards that goal.
Yeah, because it happens all
You
the
know
time.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It may be too small for you at that point.
You may think in your mind, in the beginning, you may have seen this as a big, crazy goal that you had to reach.
Right.
But you may not even know how prepared for this shit you already are.
Right.
So you may have already gained a whole lot more information and leadway in the 2 weeks that you pursued it, because you were focused and stayed down. Now you've already outgrown that level. You already really probably just need to let it go and move on to something bigger.
And you have to be able to do that. You have to be aware of it, though. You know
But
what I'm saying?
sometimes you could be so focused and be in your zone that you could be missing the fact that you've already moved past it.
Like, here's a small example. Let's say let's say a year ago, my goal was to reach $100,000 in savings, right? My goal was to reach $100,000 in savings for a specific reason, right? For a specific reason. But on that road of reaching that $100,000, let's say 6 months, I'm 6 months from that goal, but then all of a sudden, I have this pull to go after more. I have this intuition that tells me, no, you need 300,000.
Right.
And I can't understand why. Why? I'm almost there. I'm 6 months from 100,000. Why am I going at 300,000 now?
Right.
Because guess what? The universe understands that goal that you were talking about, you've grown past that.
Yeah.
So you need more than 100,000.
It's small potatoes compared to where you are now.
Right, because you're a bigger person and the goal has gotten bigger. Mm-hmm. So therefore, it's no longer 100,000, it's 300,000 that you need. But you'll get there, because it knows what it's doing. It's intelligent. You know what I'm saying? But you have to follow. That's why we talk about, yes, we're creators, but we're co-creators. You know what I'm saying? It's a dance that we do with the universe. It does its part, we do our part.
Right.
And biggest part is just to listen and follow.
Yeah, that
You know
is.
what I mean?
It is. I don't know if I need to remind everybody, but the reason why we're so distracted in life all the time is because that is the way the game is played. It's not personal, but our job is to stay focused, and stay true to ourselves, and stay purpose driven. But the way the world gonna work is that you're gonna have all these distractions around you.
So
You know what I mean? And they come in many forms. It comes in the people you love even the most.
Right.
You know,
Or the things you
or
love.
the things you love. You know what I mean?
Right.
It could come in just a joint that you smoked today. Could have took you off track
That's
of
all
your
it
whole
took.
motherfucking program.
Conversation you had for too long with someone.
It could be a quick confrontation you had with somebody getting on the bus. They tripped you, or they accidentally bumped into you, and you lost your cool and got into this stupid ass argument with them. Now you off your motherfucking square.
Right.
You know, you unfocused now. You're not even in the same vibe that you was in before.
Right.
That's the trick that this life shit plays on you. It's not personal. Comes with it. You know, look if it helps, look at it like a fucking video game. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like when you play video games, you see all these little objects jumping out at you as you're on your path. Look at it like that. That's what these distractions are. These emotional fucking things that you're confronted with in life. You know what I mean? It could be a number of things. But the idea is to not get unfocused. Even if you get unfocused for a little bit, bring yourself back to the main goal. What is the main goal? Remind yourself, what are we doing here? Is it worth pursuing this same fucking way? If not, switch it up. Because maybe the main goal is to get to where you fucking need to go. Whatever it is you see yourself at or as.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I've that's been standing out in my mind as of recently. I won't get too much in details about this, but I will say that I just want to, once again, you guys know my journey with this whole relationship shit, and once again, I decided to end it, and for that reason, that I think it has become something. At one time, I think it was kind of like helping me. But because of the turns that all the things that's happened in between and the things that's happened, it's become a deterrent. It's actually distracted me from the goal that I was headed to. I know after sitting back and taking a wider look at things, I'm realizing, yeah, I'm not headed on the goal that I was going to. You know, at the time that relationship was a motivating factor. It was a motivating situation. It motivated me towards that goal. But you know, without getting too much detail, it's no longer motivating me. If anything, it's distracted me from that. You know, it might even, I think it's zapped a lot of my energy. You know, it's zapped a lot of my motivation. At one time, she was my muse. That's no longer the situation. So, I say that to say that in my personal experience, that's a good example of a thing that could knock you off your goal. You know, that could also give you burnout. You know, you could also get burned out from that. So,
doing meaningless things can burn you out.
Right.
Doing things that don't fulfill you can burn you out. Doing things that don't challenge you can burn you out.
Right.
So
Really,
remind yourself to challenge yourself as we're talking about this, because not challenging yourself is in my opinion, one of the quickest reasons why people get burnt out as well.
Yeah.
They're not challenging. You're just bored, really. That's really why you're burnt out. You're not challenged enough. You're bored. You need new stimulation, and that's normal, because that means you're a person that's down to grow. So if you constantly need new things to challenge you, that's a beautiful thing. Welcome the challenge.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
So yeah, today, man, I just wanted to give you a little bit of info or insight on how to avoid burnout and what it is and why it can help you. Not just hurt you, but it can also help you if you take heed to the lessons that it's showing you.
No doubt.
Yeah, so if you really gained anything or heard anything that made your ears perk up, let us know in the comments.
Share this with someone.
Share it with somebody.
You know what I mean? Let them check it out. Because like I said, once again, why we do this mainly is just to build communication and connection, right?
Maybe even community.
Right. And how we do that is by exchanging conversations. So
Yes.
Please leave a comment in the comment sections. Let us know if this is working for you. Do you think it may not work for you? How do you deal with burnout? You know? Let us know in the comments right now. Leave a comment. And for sure, like it and subscribe if you think it's worth it.
Absolutely. I just want to say thank you for anybody who tuned into this
100%.
and even considered checking out what we was talking about. I appreciate you, and I'm very grateful for today. And just want to say I love you, and I love myself. I'm able to love you because I love myself, which is most important. The biggest message of all is to love yourself, because you deserve it, and ain't nobody gonna love you better than you anyway. So do yourself a favor and love yourself for yourself.
That's right.
I fuck with you.